Mahila. This is my eighth cup of coffee in my whole life, my entire life. Yeah. If you want to count one of all the just culmination of little tries, then it would be my ninth cup, but or like frappes if you want to count those, but just for solid, iced coffee, drinking it whole, this is my eighth cup. So, yeah, the water came from California. We had an ocean of water under us, and then they sent it all to they sent all of it to Seattle and Alaska. So and that was a while ago. That's when the fires were going on, like near the end of it. So that would have been 2024. Actually, that was the beginning. Was the end of 2024. So this was. I think it was. I think it was April of 2025. Okay, April of 2025 is when we had it for like 2 weeks. We were having dreams like we were out to sea, and the Navy guys were reminiscing on how it was like that, like Thomas, and then they sent it all to Seattle and Alaska. So yeah, Mike from around the world, he was talking about Perth, Australia, and that's not me selling him out. I don't sell out anybody. I never knocked on nobody. You can look at my history. I mean, Caparzo, did I knock on him? No. He got with somebody's girl that he wasn't supposed to. And actually, every girl that he got with, he was never supposed to. That's the, the two dogs. He was, in the other video, the guy that I talked to, who had the dog on his shirt, he was Chicago, Wisconsin, Minnesota area mafia, and he was standing against the undermining of the mafia rules by the business gay corporate. Okay, so that's why he was in a jam, and he's going to Mount Charleston at night where it's cooler, and he's charging his stuff, his electronics, during the day in town. And so that's what happened in O-Town, but I mean, at the top they're Freemasons, so they keep it, how it's supposed to, but it's all it's like if you didn't do it, with extra, if you didn't do it with extra, 115% grade on the paper, then no. It could be 101%. No. So that's how they were with relationships of men and women, with people staying at home, people coming back from college, people getting jobs, at everything. People working at that bank, that what was the Old National Bank, my bank, that was on Frederica that had the clock. Yeah. You know what I had to do to get into that bank and get my savings in there? You know, I was working overtime, like past any sort of hours that were like, you know, I was working more than Chinese factories. So and I was going to school, you know. I mean, my whole life's a racetrack, man. Like, you know, I mean, really, when you look at it, like, they threw a fit over Haley. You know, they threw a fit over Haley, and they tried to get me in micro macroeconomics. They were like, "Oh, we'll show him," you know, and I'm like, "No, like, you're not gonna get me like you did chemistry in here. Like, you think I'm gonna play like that because I'm getting with a girl who likes me, like, you know." So she couldn't even say how she felt, you know. And then, oh, she's a Western, like, getting in fights. It's like, well, who protected her during all that? Who protected Sarah? Like, that, it's just, you know, like, Western, like, you know, I was running that like I was Jim Rogers, doing practices there, like, so. Yeah, I'm not selling out Mike from around the world at all. He was talking about Perth. So, and I'm revealing that to you so you know. Okay, look into it a little bit. The cast, right? It's like, he was talking about Obama possibly taking out Bonnie Tyler, but he did not. It was all death by wages of sin, and her time was up, used up and cast aside. Whichever way you want to look at it, it's not a bad thing. When they're used up, their time is done. That's it. Like, so that's what he was talking about. So now you know. Okay, if he said something to Brock, that's what it was. I'm doing this for the Watchmen. I'm doing everything for the Watchmen. I'm not keeping anything from you.